more rapid fire reviews while I'm moving. Stay tuned. All right, so this week in what I think can only be considered my greatest hits review series while I'm moving, I am bringing to you, and you could tell from the dent in the bottle, one of my favorites, Guerlain's L'Homme Idéal Extrême. And this one, yeah, you could tell it's missing like 30%. Oh boy, this stuff. Even where to begin with this one. So this was to me the first in the line that I smelled. I've since then picked up the EDP and don't like it as much. And this will share, oh man, it's so good, with another fragrance that I am doing in the series, which is 1 Million Lucky. They both share a plum note, though. In this one, the big difference for me, I think this I sum up in plum, tobacco, leather, and almonds. That's kind of the four major players that I get from L'Homme Idéal Extrême. And this one to me is like classy, elegant. If you want something that's like, it's got all those notes that I talked about, which typically come across as like a strong, domineering, you know, maybe even sometimes oppressive note. In here, they all do this beautiful, elegant, light dance, as you would expect from fine French perfumery. I think that's what this indicates, is it's just this really classy, elegant, smells like you're sitting in a really, really rich library, wearing a sports coat with like leather on the elbows, you know, holding a pipe. It's just this beautiful, beautiful, elegant, rich, classy scent. For me, this one, this is kind of, I like to use this one. This would be great in a fancy occasion or for an affair. I actually like to use this one as just a daily driver walking around, and I have received a truly amazing response from this one. I work from home, so like the only time that I'm out in the public typically is when I'm shopping or doing this, you know, filming, taking pictures and things like that. And so I don't get that many opportunities for compliments with my fragrances. That being said, this is my most complimented. I think I've received 4 or 5 unsolicited from strangers. One of them was when I was at the gym with my wife, like she does adult gymnastics, and I was filming her for a virtual meet that she was working on. And this woman kept walking back and forth behind me, and finally after the third one, she's like, "I'm so sorry, this is so weird, but I have to tell you, you smell so good." And I was like, "Oh, thank you so much." And my wife heard, and she's not as big of a fan of this fragrance, so she kind of rolled her eyes, which I thought was great. But another time, I was shopping for some clothing at a men's clothing store, and I got up to the register, and the guy's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, this sounds weird. I've been not trying to be weird, but I've been smelling you as you've been shopping around, and I smell guys in cologne all day, and I have to know what you're wearing because this is way better." Told him what it was. So, I mean, that one I took as high praise because the dude's working in a men's clothing shop, and so he's going to be encountering lots of stuff all day, and this stood out enough that he wanted to find out what it is. And I agree wholeheartedly. The heliotrope in here, I think it's a flower, but it comes across as kind of almondy. Just kind of has this like warm kind of like thing that you want to embrace. This is, for me, like a must-have. I've heard people say that the reformulation, which you can tell this is because of the black cap, this is like a newer, slightly newer reformulation. I haven't smelled the other one, but this is incredible. If the other one smelled better than that, that's amazing. But this to me is one of my top scents. It just smells so, so beautiful, so elegant, so classy. So if you're looking for something that you can kind of step into to try and like step up your own game, something to match a kind of air that you're trying to put out. That's what I think about a lot with fragrances, is like they kind of have a different sort of way that you can emote with them, right? Depending on what the smell is, if it's light and crisp and refreshing, or something like this, which is not dark and smoky, but it's a little bit more serious yet refined. It's something that you can step up and meet at its level, and it will help, I think, bolster the air that you're trying to put forward. So I think that's one of the best use cases for this. Again, I love this one so much. I will never not have a bottle of this. You can get this one on Amazon, which is easy, it's nice. To smell it, I'm not sure. I haven't seen this in a Nordstrom, I haven't seen it in a Macy's. If you're in Canada, I know that they've got it up there. Guerlain seems to be easier to find the men's versions in department stores up there. But as far as the States go, I don't know how you smell it. But for me, This was a blind buy. It's one of my most successful blind buys. I love it. I think it's absolutely stunning and beautiful. So I would hope if you blind bought it that you would also not regret it, but who knows, everyone's tastes are different, so I can't say for sure. But for me, I'd blind buy this 20 times a day. Man, this is so good. This stuff is really, really, truly amazing. So check it out. Let me know in the comments, and also let me know which other ones from the lines. I have the EDP. If the EDP didn't really hit me, because I think the cherry note for me comes across a little bit urinal cakey. I've been wearing it over and over again to see if I can clear myself of that association and kind of build a new association. Mixed results so far. I'll get into that at some point down the road. In the meantime though, the plum in this, and the tobacco and the leather and the heliotrope and the almonds, it's just, what a banger. So good. So check it out. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll see you next week. Bye.